CWR. Something uplifting about that song, isn't there? Aloe Black, the new song, it's called My Way on BBC CWR. Dan Samble standing by to make a difference to our lives in the next few minutes or so. And Phil, thank you for calling in, Brandon. We're talking about who should open my garden in a few weeks' time when it's finished. I've been working hard on that, and Steph, for the last few months or so. And Phil says, how about Nev Staple or any member of the Specials? That's a good call, isn't it? I mean, I can't see Terry Hall doing it. That would go down well, wouldn't it? Hi, Terry. Any chat? Hello, Terry. He'd just put the phone down, wouldn't he? Right. Time for me to introduce you to my next special guest. Now, those of you who have kids will know that if your child has a passion, you'll go to great lengths to help them fulfill it. Now, my next guest took that to a whole new level and then some. When the closure of a local rock school in Stratford meant there was no space for her son to perform his music, she took it upon herself to do something about this and created Stratford Music Network. And to tell us about this story, Claire Thomas joins me on the line here. Hello, Claire. How are you?
Hello, Brody. How are you?
Nice. Yeah, good today, actually. Absolutely brilliant. It makes a difference when the weather's nice, though, doesn't it? What do you think?
Good to be finally talking to you. A bit surreal after listening to you for all these years.
Oh.
That's great.
And let's hope it's not a big old disappointment for you, Claire. I mean,
I'm sure it will not be, and likewise for you.
No, it won't be. Now, look, let's go back to basics, because I love this. I love what you've done here. So let's go back to the start. Tell us what happened then when the rehearsal space closed.
So basically, Margaret and Steph, who are fantastic ladies who've run this for years and years, it had to close last year due to various reasons beyond their control. So this left a bit of a gap in terms of supporting and nurturing new musicians, which they've done over the years in the local area. Things like the more contemporary music, the rock and pop, kids wanting to be in bands. So I'm driving along one day and on a whim, I thought, well, our Sam wants a career in music. It's really great to keep him in bands. So I phoned my husband at Mike, long-suffering husband, very busy. he will say definitely is true. And I said to him, darling, this is definitely going to close. I said, should we just run one of the bands from our house? And he was a bit busy. He was like, yes, dear, whatever. Goodbye. Put the phone down. By the time he got home that night, there was 2 bands set up at the house. So we let the 2 bands rehearse here for free each week and set up all the equipment. And thank God we have a detached house, so that's good.
I was about to ask you about that. Yeah, too right.
It's now escalated to 4 bands. But
4 bands perform in your house?
Not all on the same night, Bodo. So we have a busy...
Just imagine that going on. It would be heard all over the Midlands, wouldn't it? Well, can I just say, you are an amazing mom, and what an amazing mom and dad to do that. What does your son think?
He's definitely appreciates it now. I mean, occasionally, he has his own little tantrums and teenage ways, but he's very, very good. He'll kill me when he hears this later, but he really does appreciate what we're doing for him, and it's opened up so much for him, and the friendships that develop as well, and they have so much fun. It's such a privilege to watch them all each week performing in the house, and we get the benefit of live music, and it's just excellent. But,
that's amazing, that is. That literally is music to my ears. But how did letting a few bands and then some play in your living room turn into something much bigger?
Right, I thought you were going to ask that. So last November, the bands organised this incredible charity gig in aid of children in need in Stratford. And after that, it was pretty obvious to us that what we were doing was about so much more than music, and music was really the backdrop to it. I mean, we're passionate about music, so that's all perfect. But it's not only about building a music scene in Stratford and bringing it a bit more back to life. It was providing an amazing backdrop for giving kids confidence and self-esteem, generally improving their well-being and mental health. And in addition, the life and potential work skills they get from it, such as managing conflict sometimes about what songs are going to play, all those kind of things, working in a team. It's just incredible from a simple idea like running a band. It's just a privilege to watch each week. So we started thinking about replicating this maybe on a little bit of a larger scale. So with that in mind, we set up Stratford Music Network, which is a not-for-profit organisation set up as a community interest company. And this will enable us to help more young people in the local area, not just the kids that we have coming to the house. Obviously, we can't have hundreds of people at the house, we do have a life as well.
Well, I tell you what, though, knowing you for briefly, you would have given half a chance, wouldn't you, if you could?
I tell you something, though, if it doesn't work out elsewhere, we probably will end up having them at the house. It's all good fun. We do like kids, but we do have another couple of children here, and we do have to think about them as well. They're just constantly surrounded by bands. But, I mean, the whole thing is perfect because, I say, me and my husband, Mike, we've got a real passion for music anyway. I always have. But also, I'm a real advocate for, like, mental health awareness.
Absolutely.
And in young people, and particularly in view of this COVID situation and post-COVID world we're now going to find ourselves in, it is more critical than ever to get kids into these kind of things, build their self-esteem, the confidence, the work skills for the future, the positive mental health. And we just see before our eyes every week it's always happening. It's not just something, this is not hyperbole, this is something that is happening in our house. And if we can replicate that, that's what we're going to go ahead and do.
That's the future, isn't it? That's the plan of action. And changing people's lives. So much more than music, as you've just alluded to. It's about helping the next generation, and with mental health issues as well. I think it's incredible. And would you say, Claire, that this has taken over your life a little bit?
Just a tad. I mean, if you saw the washing pile, you'd understand. Mike said to him, "Where's my shirts for work, darling?" He's like, "Oh well, I'm arranging this gig. If that's any."
Yeah, those days are over when all that stuff used to happen, Mark. That was a thing in the past.
It's Mike, and Mike knows it probably didn't happen the ironing anyway, so that's probably no difference anyway. So, but just to say, Brody, we've set this Stratford Music Network up, and it's become a much larger thing, really. There's 4 areas. We're doing the initial interest in music, the developing of the talent, which we do anyway, organising the live performances, and we're in talks with various funding bodies. If we need funding to do all this kind of thing, we're doing it all for free. And we're hoping some like-minded organisations, companies come on board to give a little bit of support so we can do this to all kids from all over. And we want to make it inclusive for everybody so that kids who have never picked up a musical instrument or will never have the opportunity to pick up a musical instrument, everybody is included. Because music is actually quite an expensive hobby if you learn instruments.
But you'll do that, Claire. You'll do that. I guarantee you'll do that. And look, sadly, time is running out because I wish I could talk to you longer. And this is right up my street with introducing and everything. So say no more about that. I could talk about this forever. But tell me about your very special gig that you've planned for August.
Yes, great. I'm glad you came on to that. We need a big plug for this. We've the kids basically had a load of gigs set up for the summer, and of course the world changed, didn't it, as we all know. Then a few weeks ago, the government announced that we could go ahead and do outdoor gigs. So a few of them said, "Oh yeah, can we do one?" So of course, then the seed was in my brain, and before we know it, we're providing Glastonbury Mark II. So anyway, it's going to be great. Not quite on that scale, but it's going to be a gig on Saturday the 29th of August.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the Home Guard Club in Stratford, and it's all free for everybody. Got a brilliant partner there with Jackie and the team at the Home Guard Club. We do a lot for grassroots football, so similar kind of thing with sport. We'll be supporting an incredible local charity called Young Minds Matter, which is run by Sue Roberts. And she does so much for young people in the area. Our bands will all be performing loads of stuff, mix of new stuff, covers, maybe even a bit of Duran Duran. I don't know if you're going to
get in there. Get in there. Well, listen, we've run out of time, sadly, now, mate. I'm really sorry about that. But if anybody wants to find out more about this on the 29th, where should they go?
Yeah. Right, okay, so we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram, and it is Stratford Music Network. Also, the tickets, which are now available to get online. They're all free, but we want people to register, so we've got all the details because of the COVID situation. It is Ticket Source, and on there it's ticketsource/Stratford-music-network.
And if you've missed any of that, they can always give us a call here as well. Claire, you are amazing. You really are. You and your husband, Mike, as well, not to be mistaken with Mark. And I have to be honest, I wish you every success with this because I think it's absolutely brilliant. Thank you for doing a great job letting us know all about it. And best of luck, Claire. Thank you.
BBC CWR.
Make a difference.
Dan Samble, make a difference. Go on, I dare you.
Hey, Brody Swain, I certainly will. Now, Steve from Cowden is about to embark on an incredible fundraising challenge this weekend. Now, he's part of the Warwickshire Freemasons, who raise a huge amount of money for a mix of good causes, such as the air ambulance and the local food banks as well. And he's taking on an epic challenge alongside fellow Freemason Ian.
Steve is